YouTube, it's Katrina. Welcome to day 1,753,984 days of the YouTube orbit. But on the other hand, literally, actually, I'm growing my nails out, so as you can see, they're really long for me right now. But if you look closely at this one, you messed up my order to begin with, and now you're getting mad at me for asking if my coffee's decaf, and that is certainly the most important thing for me, is to be overly caffeinated, which, you know.
Hey YouTube, it's Katrina. Welcome to day 173 of the orbit. Really fast book review for you. I hope that you enjoyed that. That was one of my best friends, and there was more to the video, but then it would have been like my entire video. I'm actually going to do one of the little things that she, teased me about, which is to point at my shirt, and that's because it's related to my video. Book review is for Riordan, The Last Olympian. As you can see on the front cover, there is the Empire State Building, as well as Percy Jackson riding a Pegasus, specifically Blackjack, and guess what I found in my wardrobe? This shirt, which is Pegasus, and it says, catch your dream. This is like a very old shirt, but I found it, and I thought that's appropriate. All year, the Half-Bloods have been preparing for battle against the Titans, knowing the odds of a victory are grim. Kronos' army is stronger than ever, and with every god and half-blood he recruits, the evil Titan's power only grows. While the Olympians struggle to contain the rampaging monster Typhon, or maybe Typhoon, Kronos begins his advance on New York City, where Mount Olympus stands virtually unguarded. Now it's up to Percy Jackson and an army of young demigods to stop the Lord of Time. In this momentous final book in the New York Times bestselling series, the long-awaited prophecy surrounding Percy's 16th birthday unfolds, and as the battle for Western civilization rages on the streets of Manhattan, Percy faces a terrifying suspicion that he may be fighting against his own fate. That was not a very... So it took me a while to read this book just because I've been so busy lately, and it's very different than the other books just because it's focused around this like one place and one event really for most of the book, and it's the big fight in Manhattan. Spoiler alert, but kind of obvious. I mean, that's, if you've been reading the series, just you know that there's going to be a big happening in New York City. During the book, while I was reading the book, I thought that I knew exactly what was going to happen next, but the ending actually really surprised me. I thought it was a great ending. Should I mention that? Should I mention that? Some things made me very sad to read, but it's kind of like it has to be like that though, otherwise then it just wouldn't be a good story. That doesn't make any sense. Speaking words, the words in my mouth, the words. This is the author, picture of the author. La. In general though, can't say too much about the book, of course, because everything's a spoiler, and if I say too much, then it'll give away other books, because this is book 5 of the series, Percy Jackson and that says New York Times #1 bestseller. I definitely looked at the wrong spot. This was a great series. I really, really recommend it. It looks kind of thick, but it reads quickly. Last thing that I want to say is, as you saw, I mentioned in writing at the beginning of this video that if you parody me or one of my videos, I'll feature you either on my channel page or within one of my videos. I'm actually very interested in, even if you don't make a video response and you want to leave comments below, that would be fine, but I'm interested in knowing what are my little like quirks and things, repeatable running gags that I do. Just because what I do is like normal for me, but if there's anything that I specifically say or do or whatever, I would like for you to tell me, because I'm interested in hearing how you perceive me. Bam, bam, bam! Okay guys, so I'm gonna go work on my master's thesis, and I will see you tomorrow on day 174 of the orbit, and I hope that you have a great night. Bye. As you can see, I've cut my nails.